on, everyone? I want to say thanks for clicking on my video, to my current followers and to some potentially new ones. If this is your first time here, I do Prizepicks props. Today in my video, we're going to do 6 different NFL season props. I have some receptions props that we're going to talk about. I have some touchdown passing completion props. I have a little bit of everything, but we're going to put 6 together so that way we have a fun prop parlay that we can ride throughout the rest of the year. And hey, if this is your first time here, I would really appreciate it if you were to like the video down below, subscribe if you aren't already, and then go ahead and hit the bell button so that you can get notifications on all my videos. I post a lot of different videos throughout the year on different sports, but NFL I do really well in. So if you really want to make some money here or just do some research and listen to another guy talk about the NFL, this is a great place to do that. So let's get started. My first pick out of the 6 that we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be looking at Devonte Adams, receiver, Las Vegas Raiders. I almost thought the touchdowns over 6.5, but I didn't like that. I'm not sure if he'll get 1,000 yards, but something like this, the receptions is very interesting to me. I'm going to do more here. The funny part is I got it at 90.5 and it dropped literally 9 points in 24 hours. I'm a Raiders fan, nothing has changed, but Prizepicks felt the need to drop it by almost 9. So this is a really good value. This is a better value than what I got it at. And it's interesting because it comes off the rumors of the reconnection with Aaron Rodgers, but Adams and his agent denied it altogether. So he's going to be a Raider and he's ready to bounce back after a frustrating season. So it's really interesting to see those stats drop. So hot off the press, it dropped by almost 10. Devonte Adams, one of the best receivers. You should really add this. If you're going to listen to anything else in this video, 81.5 is a steal for Devonte Adams. Especially if we look at his season stats, Devonte Adams, 4 consecutive seasons with at least 91 receptions, 2 of those with Green Bay and 2 with the Raiders. And regardless of who's at quarterback, they're going to be targeting the league's top receiver early and often. He grabbed literally 103 passes despite having less yards. It just shows you that they throw to him early, often, lots of targets. Don't worry about Brock Bowers and the double tight end set, Jacoby Myers, and that young, inexperienced Zamir White fool you. This is my favorite prop for 2024. My next prop is going to be another receiver. You might know him. He's big and he's tall. He's a huge target. He's out over there in Indianapolis. It's going to be Pittman Jr. I like the receptions again. What's really funny is I got it at 9. What is it? Sorry, this one. I got it at 90.5 again, and it dropped to 85.5. I don't know what's going on with the Prizepicks. It can go up, it could go down, right? It's like the stock market. But if we go to look at his stats a little bit more, a big key to Michael Pittman's success is the health of Anthony Richardson. He's coming off a season-ending injury, but he's back in full force, ready for his sophomore season. If we go to here to ESPN.com and we look at the stats, look at the first few weeks of the season when Anthony Richardson was healthy, 8, 8, and 9. And then, of course, look at the targets. They're getting double-digit targets, 11, 12, and 11. Pittman's numbers decreased later in the year, but I fully expect this wide receiver quarterback stack to put up some fun connections. And I really don't see Alec Pierce or Laquan Treadwell to take too much attention away from Pittman either. He's 36 years old, or he's going to be 36 years old this year. We're looking at Matt Stafford. He just ages like fine wine. He had a really good season last year, 62.5% pass completion. He threw for almost 4,000 yards and 24 touchdowns to go along with it. I was looking at his passing grades, gets an 83.8%. He also recorded 32 big-time throws, which is 5th highest in the league. He's got a great connection with his team, especially here with this group in this offseason. He's got Puka Nacua, he's got a rookie, he's got Cooper Kupp in there too. They're all ready to roll for another good season, and I fully expect them to make another playoff push. So Matt Stafford, come on down, 22.5 passing touchdowns for this year. For my next prop, this is prop number 4 out of 6, we're going to be looking at rushing yards. There's a lot of running backs and a lot of new faces, like Saquon's in Philadelphia. Kyren Williams had a really good year. Josh Jacobs is on a new team. I'm glad he's not on the Raiders anymore. But who I'm going to be focusing on and why I like this is going to be Derrick Henry at 975.5. If you go online and you read the articles, you'll see that Derrick Henry's a top 6 running back, and he's like that for a reason. He's coming off back-to-back. If you go look at his stats on ESPN.com, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. But this is something that's really interesting. I fully expect people to fade him because he's on a new team, his age, but not me. Him being on a new team is great because there's 2 running backs that left to the Chargers. He's going to be led by a quarterback that's ready to take his team to the Super Bowl. I know Lamar Jackson and Henry are going to have this option, RPO. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this year. And Lamar has lost a lot of weight this season. And the Ravens, I don't think are going to be able to run him as much due to that risk of injury. So I fully expect them to insert Derrick Henry and just watch him go. So over on the 975.5 rushing yards for Derrick Henry. I have 2 more players for you for this prop parlay. The next one we're going to go with is another quarterback. We're going to go to DC4, Derek Carr. Derek Carr's a fun guy. I'm a Raiders fan, and he was a lot of fun to watch. And he's still kind of a lot of fun to watch. I'm rooting for him. So I like this, though. The NFC South has become really competitive, especially with Baker Mayfield slinging it around. Derek Carr's going to have to really step up this year. He has big play moments down the field, but he'll check it down to running backs, and it'll drive you insane. But he has great options like Olave, and then he has Rashid Shaheed, who kind of reminds me of Derek Carr's old teammate Henry Ruggs for the Raiders, hitting that deep ball. In 2023, we got to see Derek Carr throw 25 touchdowns and just 8 interceptions. And one thing that's concerning is he did have 17 big time throws, but 14 turnover worthy plays. And that ratio is really close to me. And as a Raiders fan, like I said, I'm rooting for him, but I really hope he can stay consistent with the big plays down the field, stay away from those checkdowns, because if he does, Derek Carr is in store for a big year. And lastly, I have my 6th and final play. It's going to be another quarterback. Quarterbacks are just a lot of fun to watch. I'm staying away from rookies due to injury and due to the speed of the games. I almost wanted to do Marvin Harrison Jr., but I didn't. I want to win, and I think Kyler Murray's going to help me get there with his passing touchdowns of over 20.5. The running back situation over in Arizona is surprisingly strong, especially with that key addition of Trey Benson. That only helps Murray's pass catchers like McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr., who are making big plays early on, especially here in the offseason. And a good running back and a good receiving core makes defenses honest. Pair that with Kyler's running ability, and I fully expect Arizona to be competitive this year, especially in the NFC West, where you have the Niners and you have Matt Stafford, the gunslinger out there in LA. And that's it, everybody. 6 picks to win $13.50. It's going to be really good at the end of the football season when this hits. Nice little reward for me. Stafford on the over passing touchdowns. Remember, Michael Pittman and Devonte Adams, their projections decreased, so you're going to get a better deal out of it, especially at Devonte Adams, when I'm telling you right now. Kyler Murray on the over and Derek Carr on the over passing touchdowns, and I expect Derrick Henry to run for 1,000 yards. I want to say thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe because every week I'm putting out NFL content. Until next time.